Update. Well, the market's down hard today, folks. Hate to say it, but it's true. I'm sure the cockroaches are celebrating. They must be gleeful right now because this is absolutely, as we all know, the end of the world, right? I do not see anything in my fiscal data. As a matter of fact, it's very, very strong. So I am chalking this up to another bout of just panicky, nervous selling. We got things coming up. We got the Fed meeting tomorrow. Okay, people are nervous about that. What's going to happen? And we got Brexit next week. People very nervous about that. And there's been a lot of fear mongering surrounding that whole Brexit thing. Okay, we had this terrible, terrible mass murder in Orlando. And even though that's not a market-related thing, I'm sure it weighs in a negative way on people's psyche. Just such a senseless, horrible thing, okay? And actually, there is one thing that I talked about last week. I spoke about it immediately as it happened. And, you know, like many things, you only get this perspective from me. You're not getting it anywhere else. And that was the ECB last week when they informed us they were buying high-yield bonds. And that is a deflationary policy. Okay, you're once again stripping the economy of yield, of income, high yield actually, and then the ECB, what happens? It replaces it with a euro deposit, which is subject to a negative interest rate. So they're taking out the high yield, they're putting in a deposit which is subject to a tax. It's totally deflationary, and these guys are saying, "Oh, we're going to stimulate," right? The good news is it's not all negative because clearly the businesses, the firms where the ECB is buying those bonds, they're getting some interest, some debt relief, right? Their rates are coming down, so it does help. On balance, it is negative. Let's not forget, but it is offset by how the debtors are helped by the lower interest rate. So there you go. The other thing is that a lot of people were expecting a Fed rate hike tomorrow. It doesn't seem like it's going to be the case. And the Fed would really help the situation with a rate hike would add, right? ECB taking out income, rate hike would add it, but unfortunately it's not viewed that way. So we're not getting it. What else? So anyway, mental game. All right, look, folks, the market's not all rainbows and butterflies. Okay, you're going to have tough times. You got to deal with it. You got to train your mind. You can overcome. The stress or the worries, those fears you have. That's just mind training. You got to do it. Okay, and if you can do it. If you can get through periods like this without having that influence the very objective way that you view things, which is how we do it here, you will become unbeatable. Unbeatable. Remember, this is a game against yourself. It's not a game against the market. It's not really a game against others, although, you know, for us it is because it's easy for us because we know the true functioning of the monetary system, so we can watch. It's like a crash happening in slow motion. We watch all these people just run off a cliff, right? It's fun. But, you know, there's going to be times when we're going to take a little heat. Now, I'm telling you, you could train yourself to get through this, and if you do, you are unbeatable. Unbeatable. Because we have the information. We have the understanding. You just got to have this part. Once you get that part, unbeatable. Okay, so that's what you got to look forward to. If you're feeling down today, if you're saying, what the hell is Mike Norman got me in this position? The market's going to crash. It's the end of the world. The cockroaches, they were all right. And that Mike Norman, he was wrong. Work on yourself. Go outside. Become unbeatable. Become unbeatable right now.